Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to step out onto a grand stage and lead an orchestra without knowing the first thing about conducting? Well, with the help of your trusty sidekick Eric, Maestro on the Quest 3 lets you do just that. It's a music rhythm game unlike any other, putting you right in the spotlight as a conductor. Whether you're a musician or someone like me with zero conducting experience, this game delivers a one-of-a-kind, unforgettable, immersive experience. So let's dive in and take a closer look at why Maestro has quickly become my new favorite game in the virtual reality music genre. Unlike the traditional Quest 3 rhythm games where you just use some type of sword like Beat Saber or a ball shape like Synth Riders, which are both great games by the way, to hit your targets, this game instead has you take control of a baton, where you lead your very own orchestra to give an amazing performance in front of a very huge audience. There's no real plot or narrative, with an exception to the tutorial, but each performance is a unique experience. You guide this orchestra through iconic classical pieces from Beethoven's Fifth Symphony to The Marriage of Figaro by Amadeus Mozart. Your job? Sync your movements to the music and bring the orchestra to life, one grand crescendo at a time. It's a simple concept executed brilliantly, making every session feel like you're really a part of the show. Music and rhythm games often excel in virtual reality, and Maestro nails it, probably the best. The developers designed it so you're fully immersed in the art of conducting without ever feeling overwhelmed. The game starts you off in a very entertaining tutorial where you meet Eric, your lovely tutor or secret boss, you be the judge. He teaches you how to conduct while the other musicians add their feedback, and the dialogue is very realistic and the voice acting is fantastic.
Excuse me, but jazz is actually a music that encourages developing an individual voice, improvising and being open to different musical possibilities.
You then start to practice by mimicking real conductor movements, lifting your palm to raise the orchestra's volume, lowering your palm to quiet them down, closing your fist to end a note, pointing at each instrument group for their specific parts in a song, and using your baton to follow the directions the arrows are facing to create beautiful synchrony and harmony between all your musicians. After that, you're free to take control of the show. You can use hand tracking or controllers if you like the feel and weight of something in your hand, but either of them captures your motions flawlessly, using the Quest 3's improved tracking system to make you feel at home on the conductor's podium. Even if you don't have any prior knowledge about conducting, like me, the game makes it easy to get started, and you quickly get a sense of how your movements affect the orchestra's performance. There's also a scoring system that motivates you to master each piece without being too punishing. Magnificent is the best you can do, and I've managed to get that score for almost all the incredible 17 different tracks they have so far. The lowest score I've gotten was mediocre, however, it was the only hard level I tried, but in normal mode all the songs are completely manageable, so the magnificent score shouldn't be too hard to obtain. Hard mode, however, is incredibly challenging but definitely rewarding, just enough to keep you striving for that perfect performance. But just be careful, because if you do give a bad performance, the crowd will certainly let you know it.
Oh my god, somebody said boring. Oh god, the crowd is not happy.
Maestro may not rely on hyper-realistic graphics, but its visual style suits the experience perfectly and does make me feel like I'm in a real livable world. The different set designs they have for your stage are breathtaking, from playing some jazz in the streets of New York to playing Beethoven in a classical great hall. All 5 of the different sets look stunning on the Quest 3. The lighting effects, from warm spotlights to sweeping stage movements to the special effects in the background like cannons firing or lightning in the sky, makes for a very dynamic performance, and it makes you feel alive. The character models of the musicians are charmingly stylized, and their subtle movements like adjusting their instrument or following your cues add a lot to the immersion. It's also worth noting that you can look at the musicians when you're performing, and they'll only play during their specific parts like any real-life musician will. And when it's not their time to play, you can see them nodding their heads to the beat or making subtle gestures to tell they are in tune with the song, which is a fun touch. There's also cool customization, whether that's unlocking new costumes for your orchestra, backdrops for your stage, or new batons or gloves for yourself to keep things fresh and exciting. Overall, the visuals hit the perfect balance between stylized and immersive. As a rhythm game built around orchestral music, the sound design is impeccable. Every note, every section of the orchestra responds directly to your movements, making you feel like you're truly controlling the music. The game covers a wide range of classical compositions that even if you don't know who the composer was, you have sure heard most of these songs in your daily life somewhere and somehow. But what really stands out is how well the audio reacts to your performance. If you miss cues or fall off beat, you'll hear subtle shifts in the music, reinforcing the feeling that the orchestra is following you. It's an incredible immersive experience, and playing with headphones really enhances it. The game's audio design, in my opinion, sets a new standard for rhythm-based VR games. With Maestro, each performance can last between 2 to 5 minutes, but the real joy comes from replaying pieces to improve your score and pretending you are indeed the best conductor in the world. It's easy to get lost in perfecting every movement, aiming for that elusive, flawless performance. The game also encourages replayability with varying difficulty modes, so there's always a reason to come back and challenge yourself. Even though there's no deep storyline or campaign, the replay value comes from mastering the music, chasing that magnificent score, and living the life of a performing conductor in front of a sold-out audience. Plus, Maestro offers multiple songs across different classical genres, ensuring there's something for everyone. I can easily see myself returning to this game whenever I need a relaxing yet engaging VR experience. And don't forget about your trusty sidekick Eric. He will always be in the main menu after every song, waiting for you with some champagne, letters from fans, some snacks, and that awesome personality. Maestro on the Quest 3 is without a doubt my new favorite rhythm game. It offers a unique experience that combines the challenge of rhythm games with the immersive art of conducting, which I now have a huge respect for the real-life conductors of the world. Even as someone with no experience, I felt like a maestro on stage. The visuals, sound design, and mechanics come together beautifully to create a game that is both accessible and endlessly enjoyable. If you're looking for a VR game that goes beyond the usual rhythm gameplay and immerses you into something fresh and alive, this is the game for you. I personally give Maestro a 5 out of 5 joysticks. It's a must-play for anyone with a Quest. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this review, please leave a like and subscribe for more. And if you want to check out my full playthrough of Maestro, the link will be down below. I'll see you next time here on Sades Arcade.